Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. We had already started with the online medical shop and today is the second session and let's see what we can do in this particular session. So let me execute the code. So we had designed this layout in our first session. So we had strepsils, crocin, dolo, thyronorm, four medicines we had, and we had an increment and a decrement button for each one of the medicine. Now, if I press on the increment button, what happens? If I press on the decrement button, what happens? Let's see. But before that, what when do we call this increment and decrement function? Let's see in this particular session. So, firstly, if button underscore inc increment, that is button underscore inc dot cget is nothing but it will give the text details on that particular button. Whatever value is cget text means whatever text is present on button underscore inc, it will fetch that particular value. So if that particular value is equal to plus, so when we are clicking on the plus button, let me execute it. Let me comment it out. So now when I execute it, so this is button underscore inc. So when I say button underscore inc dot cget of text, it will fetch this particular value which is present on the button, the text value which is present on the button. It is plus. So I'm comparing if it is equal to plus. So I'm comparing if it is equal to plus and button 1 dot cget of text equal to list 1 of 0. So it is saying it is comparing if button underscore inc is equal to plus and button 1 dot cget if it is equal to strepsils, then it will call the increment function. So list 1 of 0 is nothing but having a value equal to strepsils. So list 1 of 0 is nothing but strepsils. So if it is plus and the medicine is strepsils, then it will say button underscore inc dot config the command which it executes is equal to lambda colon inc is the function which it calls and it takes two parameters. First is the number, that is 0. This is list 1 of 0. So I'm taking the first medicine. So 0, number is 0 and list 1 of 0. List 1 of 0 of 0. So it will be button underscore inc dot config command equal to inc. Inc is the function and it is passing two parameters 0 and list 1 of 0 will have the medicine name, that is strepsils. So this is for the first medicine. Now if we click the plus button on the second medicine, that is crocin. If we click the plus button and the medicine is crocin, again it will call inc but the number will be 1 and list 1 of 1. List 1 of 1 is nothing but crocin. So let's call it for this particular value also. text is equal to plus, and this is list 1 of 1. Then it becomes call inc for 1 and list 1 of 1. So it will call the crocin, it will take for the crocin medicine. Now let's go to the third one, that is dolo. So it is list 1 of 2, then the number is 2 and list 1 of 2. Now let's go to the fourth medicine, that is thyronorm. So I'll take it as list 1 of 3, increment number is 3 and it is list 1 of 3. So if button 1 underscore inc.c get, if it is plus and strepsils, it will call the function inc with these two parameters. If it is crocin, it will call with these two parameters. If it is dolo, it will call increment function with these two parameters. For thyronorm, it will call with these two parameters. And now let's look into the decrement function. So if button underscore dec dot c get text equal to minus. So when I'm clicking on the decrement button and button 1 dot c get of text equal to list 1 of 0, list 1 of 0 colon, then what happens? Then I'm saying button underscore decrement dot config, command which it executes is equal to lambda colon, it calls the decrement function in this scenario. So it will be 0 comma list 1 of 0. Let me copy this for other 3 buttons. So for the second one, it is list 1 of 1 and it will be 1 comma list 1 of 1. For the third one, it will be list 1 of 2 and then it will be 2 comma list 1 of 2. For the third one, it will be list 1 of 3 for the third medicine, and here it will be decrement 3 comma list 1 of 3. So it is calling this increment function and decrement function. So at these scenarios, when it is plus and list 1 of 0, it will call increment with these two values. Then plus and list 1 of 1, it will call. Similarly, for decrement, it will be minus and list 1 of 0, minus and list 1 of 1, minus list 1 of 2, and minus list 1 of 3. So it will call two functions, increment and decrement, with two parameters. With two parameters, that is inc, and then before that, let me say, it will call def inc number comma medicine, the description of the medicine. Let me pass it as of now. It will call one more function, def decrement number comma medicine, and let me pass it as of now. So now when I execute it, nothing happens because I've not written the functionality for INC and DEC, decrement. So it remains the same. Only when I write the functionality for increment and decrement, the number changes and the medicine value gets added on to the card. So all these details, that card details and how increment function works, let's see in the next consecutive session. So if you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notification of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.